Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Emile Smith-Rowe in the Wonderkid watch. A player that is certainly taken the league by storm for Arsenal, has started to perform very well for them. A player that I think they're going to look to try and rely on for the next few years. Looks very good as well, can play anywhere across the front three with a good bit of pace and all-round decent technical and mental stats, valued at 23 million already. He has already had a bit of a career being at Arsenal for a long time, being loaned also out to Red Bull Leipzig in the Bundesliga as well as Huddersfield in the Championship. Not doing amazingly in either of those instances, but certainly started to perform better for Arsenal themselves. It will be interesting to see where he goes. He is touted as a Wonderkid at this point by the media, so we'll see where he's at, how he progresses, and if there's any trophies on the horizon for him. So sticking around at Arsenal at this stage in his career, still hasn't made an appearance for England, but we can see his stats have started to really improve. 25 years old, so he's starting to come into the prime years with that. Gets forward, cuts inside. He's one of those sort of players. Finishing isn't great, so is a bit limited in that essence, but his work rate, vision and off the ball are very, very good. £160,000 for Arsenal that are being paid. Not the best performances though. He's not, maybe it's a mixture of not playing enough and performance wise. The year he played 35 games, he did get a 7.19 rating, but still not amazing. It'd be interesting to see what position they maybe were playing him in, as to kind of how that's gone. Milestones wise, he's played a lot for the under 21s by the looks of it, so got a couple of trophies there, have won the Carabao Cup with Arsenal. But his still biggest career achievement is probably the under-17s World Cup win and European Championship win with England in 2017. But it'll be interesting to see if he does end up moving and get bigger with those trophies. He wants to win a trophy and excited with Arsenal's chance in the Euro Cup. So I'm sure he'll probably stick around there. There's no sign of him wanting to leave at this point. But it'll be interesting to see in the next 5 years where he's at. So 29 years old now, he is currently injured, out for 3 to 7 weeks, so shouldn't be too bad. Has finally made an appearance for England, which is a surprise. I'd have thought he'd maybe played a little bit more, but there must be quite a few good players that have come through the England ranks over the years, so limited his chances. Technical attributes aren't amazing, and they're not too great. He has also become a makeshift centre-half at some point at 6 foot tall. So, I mean, yeah, sure, Arsenal were obviously in a bit of a sticky situation at one point there. Has improved maybe slightly over the years, but again, they're not performances that you'd be really happy with if you were managing him, with kind of especially the wage you're paying him. It would be interesting to see if Arsenal continue to stick with him. Is he more of a backup for them? And if he is, £225,000 seems a lot of money for that. Did he win the Euro Cup? And how did that seem to go for him? So they did end up winning it last year, so not quite as soon as he was probably hoping. But he did get his first international cap at 25 for against the Ukraine for England. So he has obviously got that under his name and his belt now. So hopefully he can push on. We'll go another 5, see where he's at there, if he's still at Arsenal or if he's decided to move on. Wow, okay, so he has moved on. It looks like there's been a few clubs in his career over the last few years. Physical attributes wise have dropped massively. You'd kind of expect that at 34 years old, but they are appalling. Stamina and strength are nowhere near what you'd really want. Flair and off the ball, determination, vision, all still good, and mentals, technical is still very good as well. £20,000 a week he's being paid at Eintracht Frankfurt. But let's take a look. So he was loaned out to Benfica. He did okay there. So obviously then West Ham maybe came in for him, playing 34 games. Again, did okay, but nothing game breaking on that front. Ended up being released and moving to Southampton on a free, and then off to Eintracht Frankfurt just after that as well, getting relegated with them. So his performances haven't been phenomenal. He's kind of a bit underwhelming. I'm a bit disappointed by his kind of overall performances. Again, no real achievements to be looked at there. He's not really performed that well. Let's see where he goes and how his retirement ends up, and we'll take a look then. Alright, so it does look like he has retired. We aren't able to click on his name, so we can't get many details from him. But he did retire at Eintracht Frankfurt. It doesn't look like it was very long after they did get relegated from the Bundesliga. But it is certainly kind of an underwhelming career, I'd say. Maybe you guys can do a little bit better than what he did in this kind of universe, and hopefully you can get a bit more out of him. Not the best, but certainly a player that you could look at, and depending on kind of price, certainly one to look for. Loaning in definitely early on is probably the best bet for him. Nothing too expensive though. I'd go for. It's not probably worth the money, but I hope you did enjoy and you got a little something out of this. I certainly did. Like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time. Bye.